Ladies and gentlemen, Tactical Advance here, and welcome to a flight test video today. Now today we're taking a look at the Reliant. This is the hauler of the Reliant series. Now if you haven't seen this ship before, it's quite unique. It's got a very, very odd sort of flying method and also landing as well, but we're going to take a look at that in a second. We're going to take a quick look around the ship first of all. The obvious thing there, yep, you are flying vertical. This one is a two-person ship. It's got the maximum engines of 2x TR1s. It's only a small ship. It's got 12 tier 1 maneuver thrusters. The weapon loadout is not heroic, but don't forget this is the hauler one. It comes with 2x S1s and also one S3 laser as well. And it comes with one Type 1 task force as well. So let's take a look at the landing here, guys. As you can see the rotation. It should probably turn a little bit slower. Maybe that's a bug. It's pretty violent, though, isn't it? Probably take out a ship with that, couldn't you? Do it a few more times so you can see it. You can actually see, if you look carefully, you can see the landing legs coming out as well as it sort of turns. It's pretty cool. Now you can see it from the front as well. Pretty clever, isn't it, how the seat moves and everything? I must admit, it does look pretty cool. Got to take so much into consideration when you're flying this ship, guys, is because you're flying vertical or normal spaceship, you're flying horizontal. So if you're flying between rocks and stuff, you normally sort of go sideways, and you've got to have this impulse reaction to remember, oh no, I don't want to be doing that, I want to be doing totally the opposite, and it's caught me out a few times. So let's try out some of the turning now, and this is, I'm still a bit disappointed with this, guys. It's not that great. The top speed is 210. It's not great for combat, really. You struggle to keep up with the Vandal, and you struggle to keep up with most ships, really. I'm not expecting this to be some sort of super ship, but at the moment, I think it needs a little bit of love. I did wait for quite a few patches for it to be improved, so I'm doing some maneuvers here, sort of turning full turn. Now the downside is it does take quite a while to do that full turn, so close quarters dogfighting is quite difficult. Let's jump into some Vandal Swarm. And let's give it a go, and I'll give you some feedback on what I think about it. Now normally when I'm flying I do use the fixed mounts, I do prefer them, and so far it's fair to say all the ships perform pretty well when you actually put the fixed mounts on. I do prefer it. I didn't at first, I did like the gimbals, so my first attempt was obviously to try the fixed mounts. There's challenges with this ship, guys. The first thing I found very challenging is keeping on the target. It's almost like the acceleration power is quite low, so you're always trying to turn on a ship, and the turning circle is quite slow, and I found myself quite a few times pushing the turn as far as it would go, trying to chase the ship, and can't get a shot on the ship because I couldn't turn fast enough. Now that puts you in another situation where you're sort of getting outmaneuvered by all the other ships. Look, I know this is a transport ship, guys, but so far all the other transport ships seem to perform much better than this. It seems to be way underperforming, that'd be my take anyway. Now I have got a gimbal loaded, we'll check that out nearing the end. I wanted to give it a good go to get a good feel on how the actual gimbals work. Now one of the other big challenges with this ship, and it is something to do with the horizontal flight, guys. When you lose or when you take damage, I'm sure that this will be changed later on, and maybe the ship might be improved later on. When you turn the ship, and let's just say you clip a rock or a Vandal hits you, maybe clips your wing, you lose the top part of your ship. Now the problem is the maneuver thrusters are on there. As soon as you lose that, it's going from a bad handling ship to an awfully handling ship. Do you know what I mean? It makes it so difficult. The first 2 rounds I played in this, guys, I nearly threw my mouse at the screen. It was so frustrating to play because I felt that I just couldn't turn on the targets. If you get yourself into a situation with 5 Vandal and you left, I'll put my hands up. I couldn't do it, guys. I killed 1 or 2 of them. I just couldn't outturn them. They just wrecked me. I could have laid on the gimbals and maybe took a couple more out. The problem with lied, as soon as they hit one of them top pieces and it blew off, I was crippled. I just pretty much couldn't fly, so I just had to kill myself. It's very tough ship, guys. I would say my personal opinion would be is the other starter ships, all of them so far, are much better than this. I'm not saying, I understand that it's a transport ship. I own one myself, and I'm waiting for them maybe to update and improve it. But as it stands at the moment, guys, it's not performing well. And I've waited quite a while to make this flight test. on the basis that I was hoping to see a little bit of improvement. I no doubt they will do. I'm sure they can't leave it like this because from my point of view, it's just not flying right. So what do I think about this ship? Well, you've sort of got my opinion, guys. This is not a great ship as it stands. I'm hoping that Star Citizen makes some improvements with it. Like I said, I do own a Reliant. I'm hoping that it is improved. I definitely would not recommend this as a new starter ship, guys. I know that sounds crazy. As it stands at the moment, it's just too difficult. It just doesn't seem right. It needs a lot more adjusting before it's fun to play. My take would be, if you're coming into Star Citizen now, get yourself one of the other starter ships now. And then you could always trade it for one of these later on, maybe when it's a little bit more improved. Because as it stands, it's just too difficult, guys. It's too challenging to fly. Very, very difficult. Anyway, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for listening, and don't forget to subscribe. Bye now.